Undercover Slave, the show we play Warhammer 30k, and it's pretty good. So with me is Jason. Hi, Jason Nubis, yes?
Yeah.
What did you bring today, Jason?
I brought my Alpha Legion, as I would expect, since that's the only army I have for 30k, so I probably should...
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to play Town 30k, but anyway.
Take us through what's new. Take us through what you got painted.
We got some new stuff. I went on a little painting storm this week. So I got Dynat finished, so that's pretty cool. It was a lot of fun to paint. It's a custom model that I put together with...
4 wounds?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got, like, a pretty cool close combat package. He's got his hammer and his sword, so that's kind of cool. He's got options, but what I really like about him is he has that cool roller trait, which lets me deep strike one unit and reroll the result if I want to. The scav dice, of course, and they also gives me a neat ability where if I'm in your deployment zone, which I believe is just on the board, or is it...
Depends on the deployment.
Depends on the deployment. Okay, well then I get a bonus to like armor killing, and there's something about close combat and
that's
fighting me down initiative, something like that.
Come at me, bro.
We'll have to review that, but yeah. So a couple other things, like I got I put up some other. I made some little Voxcaster bits for my, Nuncio boxes for my guys. Just stuck a paperclip in there. It was pretty easy.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I whipped up a new Dreadnought. That was pretty cool. I just needed some points. I had a Dreadnought. I got a pretty good deal on a Dreadnought, so he's gonna
we got more attacks now, right?
Contempt Dreadnought, right? So he's cooler. He likes giant smashing robots.
Oh yeah, I did.
Also rocking a fortification, which I believe is a first for me. I don't think I've ever run a fortification before, so that's different.
Well, now we know you're a cheater.
Yes, and I have the second plane, which is also cool.
I'm excited about that. Actually,
a little more of an Air Force.
That's gonna be very scary, actually.
I'm rocking a new missile type. I've tried only the Krakens of the past. I'm using the Sun Fury missiles, which are like the nice Strength 6 AP3. They get
blind.
See if I roll a bunch of ones, which that's my kind of thing.
I'm hoping you get a little too much Hydra fire, and you're like, ah.
What about yourself? Anything new that you're trying today?
Why, thank you, Jason. I don't know. I'm doing my cheesy teleporting assassin, but we've done something to balance out relics. Initially with 30k. Once the book with the campaign rules came out, they added relics. Recently, with the latest book, they've said, like, with permission only of your opponents. They're more of a fluff thing. We kind of got used to playing with them, at least I did, and made a cool assassin based on the idea. So, what we've done to balance is, for every relic is worth a VP. So,
I think that's good.
You can put 10 relics on one model. He's worth 10 VPs if you kill him. So, it's sort of suicide if you go too deep in. So, I figure it's pretty
fair. This game, GG, you killed my guy. Yeah,
when I ran my assassin at the tournament, like 4 rounds, it did like fucking nothing. Like it kept just teleporting and getting killed.
We had the same assassin. I had this similar story. I either wouldn't hit or he wouldn't roll that 4+ to get that first shot.
When they find out what it does, like the inquisitive players are like, "What is this nanite blaster you speak of?" When they find out what it does, they're like, "I have to kill that."
Yeah.
It's just immediately like
you might get lucky and get one
so.
squad.
Yeah.
I think after that, it's a one-trick pony. So
the other thing too is today we're playing on more of a tournament board. It's a lot sparser than we're used to.
Of course, we say this now, but I know that by the end of the video, I'm probably going to be lamenting the nanite blaster. I'm going to be saying this fucking bullshit.
Hey, if I hold it in my back pocket until like a turn 5 spoil, maybe. But I still feel like he'll just kill himself or something. He's done that before. In one of the rounds, I remember playing Who Was It Clear or somebody. I shot. It was you, maybe. I shot it. Yeah, I shot at you and I killed myself.
You roll a bunch of ones. It can happen.
Fuck. Why
it can happen. That's why we roll dice.
I am excited to try out my bikes again. I killed Sevatar with them, so that made me happy.
I am pretty scared of those.
Yeah.
That is going to be interesting.
They're a bit of a glass hammer. I mean, once you take out the void shield, they're very vulnerable. So, plus you get an extra VP for killing my warlord if you do that. So,
yes.
Always awesome. Anyway, that's our little more infomatic intro. We'll probably skip the terrain rules or whatever and go straight to armies, I guess.
You can go to another one of our videos in the annotations below, here and here, to see one of the other many times that we've discussed.
That's what I'll do. I'll go back one day and just add that. So here's us really being detailed and informative about our terrain, and click here and whatnot.
Subscribe.
Patreon. Anyway, so we'll be back with armies and shit.
My 3,000 points of Alpha Legion, or the Hydra Fire Enclave. Start at the top. My warlord here is Dynat. His warlord trait is the Hammer Strike Assault, which is one of his warlord traits, or that's his warlord trait that comes with him. My other HQ is a Praetor. He's got Tartaros armor, Iron Halo. He's got the Paragon Blade, Combi Melta, and he has a Power Dagger. I believe he has digital lasers as well. I'll have to check on that. Moving down to troops, at least these here. These are my veteran squads. So this one here has artificer armor on the sergeant, as well as a power fist and a power dagger. There's 2 melta guns, 2 power swords, and a Nuncio Vox in the squad. This gentleman right here with the spiky helmet is also a Vexilia. We go to this other veteran squad. They're essentially the same thing, except we've got artificer armor and power sword on the sergeant. There's 2 missile launchers with Spencer webs and a Nuncio Vox in there. Both of those squads have the machine killer trait for their veteran status. The other troop is in the back here. The squad of plasma guns. Six plasma guns, and there's 1 sergeant. He's got artificer armor and the bolter and augury scanner combo. This is my last troop, the Terminator squad. They have a plasma blaster, a power fist, 2 chain fists, 4 combi meltas, and 2 power swords. Over here we've got 2 individual rapier batteries. They're equipped with shatter and splinter rounds. In the back here is Mr. Big Dreadnought with the chain guns. He's a Carries Contemptor Dreadnought. I know he's a little big, especially compared to my other Dreadnought here, who is in fact I should say, he's just stock. He's got nothing. He's got the helical array and nothing else. Then we've got the Contemptor Dreadnought armed with 2 close combat weapons. One of them is a chain fist. They have plasma blasters in each fist. To the left of him is the Predator armed with an Executioner plasma cannon, a twin link bolter, and has extra armor and machine spirit. So always a star player. He's a lot of fun. Over here we've got the Laser Vindicator Tank Destroyer. It's got twin link bolter and the dozer blade. Oh, I should say this guy also has a dozer blade. I know it's not modeled like this one is, but he has a dozer blade. That's it for him. Over to the Scorpius, just stock. I don't think I bought anything for it. It's just bare bones. And then in the back, as my fortification, I've got a Imperial Bunker, and I've got a comms relay bot with that. And then finally, I've got the Lightning Strike Fighters up in the back there. They're pretty cool. Trying a new missile type with them. They have 2 Sun Fury missiles each, as well as 4 Krakens. And they have ground tracking auguries and whatever the other one is called that gives them strafing run. Or no, the Tank Hunter. Battle Servitors, I believe. Anyway, that is it for my army.
Alright, we got 3,000 points of Iron Warriors, counting as Sons of the Sigil Light. We're pretentious. So let's start up front. Got my leader, who's a Praetor. He's on a Scimitar jet bike. And he's got a Paragon Blade and a Power Fist. 4+ involves save, melted bombs, and digital weapons. And he also has a relic, which is a Void Shield Harness. With him is a 3-man command squad. They all have Power Fist, melted bombs, and combat shields. Moving on to the left, we've got a normal land speeder with 200 killers, multi-melta, and graviton gun. Over here we have my consul, kind of a Countess model. He's a teleporting evil assassin, so he actually has 2 relics. He's got Nanite Blaster and Voidwalker, just to be a total douchebag. He's in Cataphracti armor, he's got a Chain Fist, I think that's everything with him. And he's just a normal consul with no specialty. He's just a normal dude. Over here we got veterans, 10 dudes with 2 plasma, sergeant's got artificer armor, and power fist. They believe they all have melted bombs, and their specialty will be machine killers. And they're in a rhino with dozer blade and combi plasma. Moving on here, we got a Cordis. We get a Mortis Contemptor with the carries and extra armor. Got a normal ass Dreadnought Talon dude with Chain Fist and 2 plasma blasters and I believe extra armor. Starting in the middle here, we got one of my troops, Terminators. Sergeant's got just a power sword. Got 1 plasma blaster who also has a power sword and 3 chain fists. Behind them, we got my Iron Havoc squad. 4 las cannons. Sergeant's got artificer armor, augury scanner, and heavy bolter with shrapnel rounds. Flanking them, we have 2 support squads, both with calivers, and these sergeants are identical with artificer armor and melted bombs. And we've got a Scorpius here with multi-melta, I believe extra armor and dozer blade. What else can I say? Behind that we have a Xiphon with all the upgrades, so again, ground tracking auguries, the reroll, invul save against missile thing, and then that thing that lets you reroll something else. You know, I'm very, very studied here. Over here we have a fortification. It's the readout. It's 40 points, and it basically just gives me a decent cover save. Inside that, we got two quad guns with every ammo type except Phosphex. And beside them, we have a Daradio Dreadnought with the Alios missile launchers, and the Heavy Bolter has shrapnel rounds. And if I didn't mention it, these guys have shrapnel rounds as well. I think that covers pretty much everybody, and my Warlord trait will be Tenacity, very original. So I have Feel No Pain on my leader. All right.
Both armies are deployed. We're going to start with me because I'm talking, and that's good. All right. So, as you can see, I got the bunker here. Some dudes chilling on top with plasma guns. Got kind of my armor spread out like this. We got these guys with the guns and the squad with Dyna. They infiltrated. Other gun over here. Actually infiltrated. Keeps me guessing. Another squad with the Praetor. Infiltrated over here. Very sneaky. Got as close as possible. We have 4 objectives. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. And that last one's right here. So 4 objectives, and we got table quarters. So that's cool. Kind of haven't played that in a while. So yeah, we'll see you with Ben's deployment. No?
Reserves.
And we'll see you with reserves. Here we are with the Alpha Legion Hydro Fire Enclave Reserves. In the center, you can see there is a squad of Terminators. They're going to be deep striking using Dynat's Warlord trait, because deep striking Terminators are cool, and it's a little more accurate. That's kind of neat. And then next to them, there are 2 Lightnings. They're identical. They are in reserve because they're planes. That's what they do, and they're going to fly into the danger zone, and it's going to be awesome.
The Iron Warrior Sons of the Sigillite deployment, starting in this corner. So as you can see, we're playing corners. Right here, I've deployed a Dread, pretty much right at the edge of my deployment zone. Speeder, same story. Terminator, same story. They're pretty much just like hugging the line. Right here, I have to stay 9 inches away from the center, so I've got my Contemptor here, Tuncaris. Inside the Rhinos, the 10 Veterans of Plasma. Got my Iron Havocs here in the fortification. Also put one of the quad guns in there to help. Top here, we've got my Daradio Dread, just kind of manning the horizon. Underneath, can't quite see, but I've got 5 support dudes, and I've got my sneaky assassin chilling with them. Scorpius, Bike and Command Squad there here chilling. Other 5 support guys kind of hiding behind the oil line here. I've got another quad gun here, also taking cover behind the oil line, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. On to my reserves. Alright, so I only have the 1 reserve, which is the Xiphon, that will hopefully be coming on from my board edge on turn 2, but we shall see. I'm going to bravely try and steal the initiative. No one expects the Inquisition. Brought my special dice this time, because Greenie's not doing it. And here we go. That would be the opposite of what I want. So,
Alpha Legion turn 1. We're going to start over here. So these guys that infiltrated over here, they kind of didn't do much. Kind of maybe realized I should have done something else with them. But hey, they're just going to stick around here, fire off some pot shots. That's basically what they did. They got some wounds on these Terminators, but he passes arm safe. Moving over to the Predator. Predator fired the opening shot. That was pretty cool. He fired 3 hits basically onto this thing. He did 1 hull point of damage. Night Fight helped Ben there to stop that damage. Back here, you know, I think I might have even forgotten to fire this guy, but that's fine. They're busy attending to this thing. The Scorpius here fired over here, and
First Blood!
I believe, yes, he was the cause of that destruction there, getting First Blood and lowering Ben's mobility a little bit, so that's kind of cool. Over here, the Dread's moved up. This Dread he fired, he did an amazing volley of damage, but I think he caused 1 wound in the...
killed 1 guy, no 1
Yeah,
wound.
killed 1 guy, did a wound, so that was pretty cool. I kind of wanted to get rid of that gun, but, you know, can't do everything. Back here, the Plasma Squad, they're just chilling, not really doing much. Laser Vindicator also fired at that gun, killed a guy.
Searchlight.
Yeah, he uses Searchlight to help the Dreadnought. Back here, these guys, who I probably could have moved up, but, you know, they're just sort of chilling here. They fired their missile launchers, and I believe they did... So there was a combined arms effort there, and there was a bunch of damage that was done. This gun back here, my rapier, it fired here to negligible effect. The night vision and cover, or night fight and cover, really helped Ben there. Really, so that's the end of Alpha Legion turn 1. We'll see you at the end of Sons of the Sigillite turn 1.
Iron Warriors, Sons of the Sigilite, turn 1. Starting over here. So I moved one of my guys with a Caliver up to Snapfire. The other 4 fired normally, engaging with Jason's unit over here. And unfortunately, Jay made some good saves. Moving back over, this quad gun engaged with him, and unfortunately didn't do anything because Jay's good at making saves. The unit that got out of the exploded Rhino just kind of moved a few inches up and then ran just to kind of stay over there. Fortunately, didn't have a target for my Havocs, but the Walker Daredevil up here on the roof split fired with its Alios, targeting that unit, but I believe Jay made all his saves on his Praetor. And with its main guns, I got a crack shot off here. I think I did a hull point on Jay's new Walker, but it's still alive, so that's good. The Scorpius fired everything it could as well at the same Walker, and I think put a hull point on him, I believe. Moving back over here, the Walker moved up about 6 here, the, whatchamacallit there, Contender Mortis, or whatever, and then he fired his Karis down at Jay's unit, killing 4 dudes, I believe, but Jay passed his leadership. The Terminators just moved up 6 and chilled there. My command squad moved 12, then another 18 to just turbo boost up and be here. Dreadnought kind of moved out 6 and then ran from where it is there. And the Speeder also moved 12, then turbo boosted 18 to be where it is now. So just kind of shifting to the flanks. Still got my Assassin hiding underneath the ruins there, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's the end of my turn 1. We'll see you at the end of Alpha Legion Hydra Fire turn 2.
End of Alpha Legion turn 2. So we're going to start right here because we had some reserves come in. So I had one of the planes come in with the comms relay using to reroll. The other plane didn't come in even with the reroll. Back here we have the Terminators. They deep strike back there. They fired all their weapons into the squad there. I believe I killed 2 or 3.
3, yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Back here, because I might as well get this out of the way over here. So he fired 3 missiles and a last cannon at the Dorito Dreadnought that was there. Believe it or not, 2 of them missed. Last cannon was bounced by the shield, I believe, or it did a structure, I don't know. But the last missile got a lucky hit, and blew it up with a 6. The explosion actually caused one of the Terminators to die, so yeah, believe it or not. Over here, the squad that's kind of pooched out, well, they just sort of threw what they had at this squad. I believe I killed 1 or 2 with the melty guns, so that's kind of cool. They tried to assault, but they were short. I believe they went like 4 inches or something like that. Back here, the Predator moved back and laid down some more covering fire for those guys, nailing another bike, I believe. Over here, this Rapier, actually I should have gotten to this first, but this Rapier was the one that dropped the shield on the squad of bikes, the void shield at the void shield harness that the guy has. The Scorpius here actually kicked some serious ass, fired a really nice concentrated spread, and killed 10 out of 10 guys. Did 11 wounds. It was just glorious. These guys are just sitting here with their thumbs up their ass. They have these awesome guns, but they don't really have anything to shoot at. This Vindicator here fired through the legs of the Dreadnoughts and actually scored a bunch of damage. I think 2 pens and a glance, or 2 glances and a pen on the Scorpius and destroyed it. So Ben's cover saves did not work out for him there. But
and he got a hull point.
And he caused a hull point to himself. It was just so much laser, it couldn't handle it.
Over 9,000!
He was firing his laser, yeah. Over here, this squad, they moved up a bit, fired their missile launchers. I believe they did some damage to the Scorpius as well. Some initial hull point damage. I think they immobilized it.
Yeah, they put the first hull point, I think.
Back here, this gun fired its fragmentation rounds at the Calivers that were there. Right in front of you, right there. Yeah, there was about three more of them there. Fired at them using the Nuncio Vox to do its thing. And they fired and they hit and it was awesome and they did a bunch of wounds, but there's one guy left and he just didn't die. He just didn't want to die. The Dreadnought right here, who's mourning the loss of his little buddy there, he fired and he finished off the Rapier that was in front of them. So that's kind of cool, kind of clearing out the Sons of the Sigilite guys here. We're just taking them out. I think that's everything actually. Yeah, that's it. So we'll see you at the end of Ben's turn 2.
And Iron Warriors, Sons of the Sigilite, turn 2. I have my one and only reserve that came in, the wonderful Xiphon Flon 18 here. I selected, of course, Skyfire and fired everything at Jay's jinking plane, who then jumped, of course, and did not get hurt. So I'm not happy. Moving down, my one remaining support guy moved 6 and snap fired some stuff at these guys, but to no luck. My assassin moved off, split off, fired his amazing gun and hit, but then rolled a 1 on a 2+ fleshbane weapon or whatever the fuck it is, so no luck there. 4 calibers fired, but Jay shrugged off most of that back here. All of the guys in this unit, so the heavy bolter and the 4 las cannons, all fired in Jay's plane who was jinking, but again, he's just so good at dancing. This quad gun back here, because it was just able to target these guys back here with normal rounds, but again, Jay just did very well there. Over rack in the corner, funny story, so my Dreadnought went to charge, and he had to go through what we call destructible terrain, and of course I rolled a 1 for my dangerous and my mobilizing myself, so I was like 2 inches away from the combat, but the bikes charged in, and I lost the last remaining banner bearer, so I'm no longer fearless, but my leader survived and went to Jay's unit, so that's the Praetor and the rest of those vets. And that speeder there moved turbo boosting over there just to be ready for the next turn. Still has its 100 killers. Terminators moved up 6, Dreadnought moved up 6 and engaged with Jay's Predator, getting a very lucky destroying his plasma gun on turret there, so that's pretty happy. That, yeah, that's pretty much it. Stuff's dying. Crazy game. So we'll see you at the end of Alpha Legion turn 3.
Alpha Legion turn 3. We didn't get any more flyer reserves on. I rolled 2 1s. So yeah, that happened. The other flyer flew off into the stratosphere. You know, did his thing. He's flying off to some other danger zone. What else happened? So let's start over here. As you can see, there were Terminators, and as you can see, there isn't really much of anything there now. So there was a massive scuffle, some close range shooting, some multi-charging. The Terminators eliminated 2 of the Volkite guys and eliminated his assassin guy, getting me
2 VP.
For 2 VP, so that's pretty cool. But the tax back flattened the squad, so they just couldn't make a 4 pinball to save their life. So armor saves really, but they did their job, so that's kind of cool. We're gonna move over here. So this Predator moved back. He took a ballsy shot and fired his twin bolter here. Actually didn't destroy it. It was this Rapier battery back here who fired these shatter rounds, and well, he shattered him, so that was pretty cool. The Laser Vindicator fired a single beam at this guy. He didn't have his shield up, and he failed his invulnerable save, so he got a wound inflicted on him there. Back here, this Dreadnought backed up and attempted to snap fire at the flyer. To no effect, actually, believe it or not. I only got 1 hit and it didn't do anything. These guys down here had slightly better luck. I don't think, like, they got a bunch of hits because they have Machine Killer. Their bolts count as strength 5, so I was hoping for some glances. Couldn't get any glances, but I actually made him jink. It was either them. Actually, I believe the Dreadnought made him jink.
I had to take 1 jinx save, actually.
Yeah.
You got 1 glance.
So, long story short, everything here and here, this squad fired at the plane, made him jink, but he didn't take any damage.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. The Scorpius fired over here, attempting to do some area of effect damage here. He passed all the saves, just couldn't pen the armor on the Dreadnought. Yeah, that's it there. I don't think there's anything else to cover. I think everything's dead. Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, that's the end of Alpha Legion turn 3.
Warriors, Sons of the Sigilite turn 3. Starting over here. I shot and blew up my Rhino here, almost causing the last wound of my leader, but thankfully not. My quad gun engaged way over to the top of Jay's bunker. I killed 1 guy there, then Jay tanked like 8 saves on his 2+ guys, so kind of rough. The plane that was up top here turned and headed towards the Predator, and combined fire from the Dreadnought over there and this guy. Put the final hull points on the Pred, and last but certainly not least, my leader turbo busted 18 to be here. I don't know if you can see him or not. So he's in an interesting position. Yeah, so we'll see you at the end of Jay's turn 4.
Alpha Legion turn 4. We're going to start over here. So the Air Force came in. We got the 2 flyers. This one and this one. They both came in. This flyer moved on to here. Fired its last cannon and removed the final wound from the enemy Praetor, I believe he was.
Warlord! And
So
an
that's
extra
Warlord.
VP.
So that's Warlord and a VP for the Relic, which I don't know if we've covered that before in the video, but we
will if we have it. Anyway, this guy came in and he fired his last cannon. Actually, didn't hit. Rolled 2 ones. So yeah, basically BS 10, and I still missed. And then he got 3 missile hits in. They all hit, they all wound, and they all failed their invul save. So he dropped 3 out of the 5 Terminators. So that's pretty cool. Over here, this gun fired its splinter rounds, I think they're called. I didn't completely missed, or I didn't do it. I think they got 2 hits. Got 2 hits in total. I actually rolled a 6, but he still saved. Rocket barrage from the artillery whirlwind. It fired here, it was aiming for the dreadnought, but I believe it landed over here. Negligible effect. I think I hit 1 guy, didn't wound him. Back here, the plasma guns just sort of moved, spread out a little bit to plan that objective a little better. The Vindicator, I almost forgot what it was called for a second. Vindicator moved out. Actually, last turn it moved out. This turn it stayed put and it fired onto the Terminators here, but he actually passed all his involves. 666s, number of the beast. That was actually incredible. Finally, oh yeah, so this Dreadnought here, he just ran, he moved and he ran into position here, just trying to take up covering position.
Didn't you kill 3?
Did I kill 3 with this guy?
Yeah.
No, you rolled 666s.
Then we'll kill the 3.
It was this guy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The squad here moved back. They just sort of took up firing positions on that objective there. They actually just ran. They didn't do any shooting or anything like that. And last but certainly not least, this rapier gunbetter here shot. Ben took, I got really lucky. Ben didn't jink. And out of the 4 shots, I got 2 6s. I got 2 hits, and I took the plane down out of the air and actually veered off and crashed over here, but it didn't hit anything miraculously. So that was the end of a very eventful Legion turn 4. We'll see you at the end of Ben's turn 4.
And Warriors, Sons of the Sigilite, turn 4. Starting over here. My las cannons, 3 of them, in fact, opened fire along with the heavy bolter. And I think I killed 3 guys in Jay's unit, so that's pretty sweet. The quad gun, which is exactly back where we left, fired strength 5 guys over here, and I think Jay tanked it all. Is that possible? No, he took 2
We
wounds.
actually
Took 2
haven't
wounds.
done the leadership check yet.
Oh, we have to do that.
We can do it on
you want to do it
screen.
live? Here,
Let's do it live.
I'll hand it to you, Jay.
Okay.
Do it live.
Well, don't give me your Philly dice. I've got my dice right there.
sorry. Okay.
There.
Oh, I didn't see them. Sorry.
Yeah, see, they're
Yeah.
they're chameleonic. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Come on, leadership 10. Game changing.
I'll just hold it for a second while you come around, Jay, and move these models. All this excitement live. Oh my god. Puppies and kittens and rainbows.
Why did I had this feeling? I was like, I gotta say something, because I had a feeling,
So how far are you running here?
Well, okay, this is impassable terrain.
So you go around it.
Okay.
4.
Okay, well, I still don't take it if I'm running,
Yeah.
so they still have to rally. So that is still an issue. Oh, I gotta stay in coherency.
You should be okay if you can rally.
Yeah. So this guy, where do I got 4? Joe. Go this live action Warhammer.
Oh my god. Can you point that out?
I had a feeling. Okay, so there, I guess that doesn't apply anymore.
Yep.
But I'll leave that there to remind me.
And I'll give you the camera back.
Jeez. All right.
Come full circle. So, where were we? Anyway, yeah, so apparently you totally saw me do that in the past. So, anyway, they're fleeing, which is cool, but they might regroup, so yay. This Dreadnought, I don't think I targeted anything. What do I have left? Over there, my Dreadnought in the corner over there targeted Jay's quad gun right there and did just enough wounds to destroy it, so that kind of makes me happy. That Plasma Blaster Terminator did his best to try and avenge my leader by firing at this guy, but lack of skyfire meant that I did not hit, unfortunately. So, you can see I don't have a tremendous amount of models left on the board. And I think Jay already has the 5 VP that I can't take away. So, I think I know where this game's going. We'll see you at the end of Alpha Legion Turn 5.
Legion turn 5. Start right here. Start with the good stuff. This was the best thing. So I'm flying my, my plane in, and I want to try out these new missiles that I put on. The Strength 6 AP3 Large Blast gets hot, blind,
This is good stuff, but except for it gets hot because, of course, I roll double ones. I roll Snake Eyes, and then it inflicts its hull damage to itself. It almost blew itself up. It was a mistake. I mean, that's, I don't know. Well, maybe I might have to rethink these things. But anyway, yeah, I believe it missed with the last cannon. I think the missile, I think he passes.
I made my
coast.
cover, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a complete flood. But you know what? That's fine. You know, can't win them all. So, moving over here, you can't really see them, but the guys that were left from the gun actually sort of ran up over here. They're sneaking up here. I don't really know why I did that. Maybe because it looks cool. I don't
You
know.
feel like the troops.
Yeah, it feels like they're sneaking around. All right, the Scorpius fired onto
Terminators.
the Terminators. Yes, and
Did nothing.
did absolutely nothing. These guys sort of just moved back a little bit to try and spread out. The Vindicator here actually had a pretty good show with its laser. It killed the Terminator that was right here. The Terminator that was over here with the Power Fist was slain by the Dreadnought with the carriers assault cannons. That was just fantastic.
12 shots. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, just awesome sauce. And then back here, Dynat Squad, they're just sort of chilling on the objective. They've rallied and they move back onto that objective. Hopefully they can hold it. I think it will be fine. The Rapier back there fired with its fragmentation rounds. Over into the Havocs, I killed two.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. That's it for me. That's all she wrote. So see you at the end of Ben's turn 5.
Warriors, Sons of the Sigilite, turn 5, and the end of the game. We'll take you right over here. So, I fired my frags from the quad way over, right on the Dynat's head, because fuck Dynat, I wanted to kill him all game. I managed to get 2 wounds through, and then Jay made his 2+ saves on Dynat, because why not? So, Sad Panda there. Moving down, my last cannon and the Sergeant with Heavy Bolter fired into Dynat's unit. I think I killed a couple guys, but not enough to make them run. And last but certainly not least, the only other fucking thing remaining is my Contemptor, and he literally had nothing he could do to affect the score. So I just took some vanity shots at Jason's Contemptor, and I managed to put 1 more hull point on him, but Jay made a clutch invulse save from the pen, so he survives to live another day. But yeah, interesting game. I thought it was going to go my way initially, so love the shift. I've got 1 objective in the corner here, being held by a 1 model unit. So that's 3 VP for me. That was the only VP that I scored. Jay has First Blood, Warlord. The Warlord gave an additional VP because he had a relic. He killed my Consul who had 2 relics, so that's 2 additional VP. He's also got Linebreaker here, so that's 6, plus 2 objectives for 3 VPs here, and 3 VP over the corner. So that is a 12 VP to 3 victory for the Alpha Legion. And, I'm forgetting something clearly, because you destroyed all of my vets and my Terminators, so that's another 2. So it's 14 VP to 3, a resounding victory for the Alpha Legion, and we'll see you at the post-game show.
Hello.
Hi there!
Greetings.
Good day. Welcome to Post Game Show. I am, as always, Crowsworth, here with Anubis, and you totally watched us play 3,000 points of Warhammer 30k and didn't fast forward because you're good people.
You didn't pretend. Why would you do that?
Patreon? No. Anyway, Jason, why don't you start us off with your epic fail? If there's
Epic
such a thing.
fail.
If there's such a thing.
You know what? I'd probably say the Praetor.
Yeah.
As usual, I don't know what it is. It's a cursed model.
You got some good luck from that Dreadnought.
Yes.
That was funny.
So, I don't know if that's necessarily good luck on him. I think that was just a fail on you.
Yeah.
I think we can already say that was probably But yeah, no, he came in, he went to roll his attacks and flubbed everything and then died. So I think he pretty much had 0 impact on the game.
He had 6 attacks, so that was
I think he missed or didn't do anything with his melt-a-gun. So like literally,
yeah, his combo.
he literally just was like. So
I say that's a good choice.
yeah.
Yeah. What was your epic fail too? No, what was your MVP-ness?
MVP. That's a hard choice, believe it or not. Of course.
I do believe it. I was there.
You were there. Probably come down to either the planes collectively or
Gotta pick one, baby.
maybe.
Which plane? The one that killed the HQ or the other one?
That's a tricky choice. I mean, killing the Dreadio
was nice.
Was-
but wasn't a VP or 2 or 3.
I don't. You know what? I don't know which one was which after that. Actually.
The one that killed whichever one it was.
Yeah.
The one that killed the.
Yeah. You know what? Probably the one that killed your guy. He might have even.
He was avenging.
I think he
Fedor,
even
right?
was the one because he had less missiles. So
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
He killed the Doretio and your guy and your
MVP.
Yeah. So MVP.
Well, that's only like 600 points.
And you know what? In true Alpha Legion fashion, I don't know at this point. I still don't know which one of the two it was.
They're all called Alfarius.
Yeah, they're all anonymous. So.
Far 01, 02. All right. Well,
And,
2 minutes or less. Your thoughts on the game.
Thoughts on the game. Well, you know, it went pretty well.
I agree.
It went pretty well. I mean,
I thought I had it early on.
I was a little worried with some of the units you had. I was like, okay, I gotta kill the bikes. I
Yes.
gotta lock them down or kill them or
Yes.
distract them. I gotta deal with them. They're a priority. The Doretio is also priority because he's gonna put down a lot of hurt. He's gonna hit guys that are hiding. Who else? Oh, and your the Krang. The Krang. Yeah, no, he was. I was like, I gotta deal with those three
Aw,
things, and
poor
I
Krang.
managed to deal with them all. So that was cool. And you know. Oh, one thing, like I said, I probably would have positioned this unit a little differently, the one with the Praetor. I don't know.
More towards the
Yeah, probably if they were kind of, even if I held them in reserve and kind of just came on to, you know, contest this a little bit more later in the game or something.
Yeah.
But it worked out. So yeah, that
I understand fearing the quad guns, but
not even it was mostly Scorpius, but
right, yeah, vets. Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I get it.
so. But even then, I still put them on the table. I thought, well, fuck it, you know, I want my units kind of in the areas that I want them to be. So I think it worked out. I mean, it definitely worked out over there.
Even though they died, they definitely took up more by time than I wanted them to. So.
Yes, and that was I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to eat up his time here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get to this objective without dying. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get over there without dying. So
Just
like,
to lollygag around.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, it worked out. Yeah.
My epic fail. Let's see. That will take some ruminating.
This is where we jump cut back to where I said the one that you're thinking of.
Trying to think of who really disappointed me.
I mean, yeah, maybe let's take a serious objective look at this.
The Daredevil. I'll say it.
Yeah, you know
it
what?
Didn't do anything.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, at least
It had its
he
chances.
shot some guys, I think,
Yeah.
and killed them, and he was definitely scary and.
Well, you tanked though, because the 2+.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a plasma though. Your
Plasma?
Dreadnought? Your Dreadnought?
No, I'm talking about the Daredevil. Daredevil.
Yes.
Just because it didn't kill anything.
And I'm just saying, compared to his failure to his failure, yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, well he's still alive.
He did a
so I
couple
can't
things. Yeah,
totally.
you're right. You're right.
It was. You can't fault him either.
Yeah,
I'm totally
you're right. He was doing well. It was just unlucky. You're right. That.
But he just, for a 220 point unit, was just not good. Other than that, my epic, not epic fail, my MVP. That's not easy either. I don't know if I want to reward like actually doing stuff or just surviving, because I really want to give it to this guy just because he never fucking dies. But
What
only
about
took a lot of fire.
What about that one Volkite guy in the back?
Gary?
Gary. I talked to
Maybe
Gary.
I guess he got me points, but like
Yeah,
it's
I
sort
know
of
what
like
you mean. It's
14-3.
This
So
is
it's
more
like
of
I
a,
don't
you
know.
know, who did it. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, your last cannons basically dictated my deployment.
They did.
A lot of it, my infiltration anyway.
I'm just trying to think of something that did a lot. I guess the quad gun. I mean, it survived.
Now-
It hit a lot of units.
But did a lot. Does that mean kill more, or does that mean because
yeah, like it killed a lot of dudes.
that those last cannons really stopped me from wanting to go anywhere.
Border
you
control
know,
was fine,
I guess
but
you're right.
But at the same time, like I had lost one to a fucking explosion, I think, and then from the fucking rhino.
Yeah,
and then so it's down to 3 last cannons. So it's like a little less scary than 4.
Yeah, you're right. They did.
They really disappointed me at the plane. Like, not they're hitting well. I just hope like I get 8-6.
that gun held on for a while.
Yeah.
So is it? Are you gonna give it to one of the guns?
Him,
That's
because
well, he lives.
anytime I asked him to shoot something, he'd hit. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
get a million hits, but I'd get enough. I'd get like 5 or 6
Yeah.
or 4 or whatever. So reliable.
He also scrambled the Sun Fury missiles with just his
Yeah.
rage or something.
That's fucking great. 2 Sun Furies.
Do it now!
One.
Dodge the saboteurs.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I like how it shifted endgame. The game,
Yeah.
like I find 30K more cynical in so much as like it generally kind of goes where you think it's going, but this
Yeah.
was good. You came back big time.
Yeah.
The gambit with the Terminators fucking paid off huge.
Yeah.
Killing the Krang was fucking epic.
Yes.
I totally fucked up like my Nano Blaster shot, rolling that exactly the one I did. It was the game of ones. But
Yeah. No, seriously.
I
Yeah.
don't know, I had very good luck early
Yeah.
on, so I can't complain about that. I just, I didn't concentrate enough. I have to be a lot more clinical with the bikes. I was very, like, tepid. I was worried.
Yeah,
that
I just thought
wouldn't
you were
have
just gonna
enough,
go
and-
boom and just come
You know,
right
you know what
over
it is? It's because it looks like a scary unit, but I know your vets have like 50 fucking attacks coming at me. So even with the 2+, I'm only like 4 or 5 wounds in the unit kind of thing, right? So
I was really worried, like, I was like, oh, he's gonna like outflank or something, but then you didn't.
you know what it was? I didn't really think about Warlord trait. We're doing the video about armies, and I'm just like,
taking the Master of Ambush.
maybe not. My Pro Master of Ambush either, making that the auto take, is it means like I will never get a turn 1 charge with that unit.
Yeah, that's true.
Period. So
true.
that's my worry word. I like
But
the
how
idea
often
of
do you
it.
get turn 1 charges?
I could have had one this game if I wanted. I just
Yeah.
didn't want it. But
Yeah.
I like being a bully with it, like
Yeah.
you know I can do it kind of thing. It's very different. Like I knew here you couldn't charge me, which
Yeah.
made when I could get a little closer than might be smart, at least initially. So I don't know. I knew I could buy a turn that way. Good game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. It was a solid game.
Solid
I
game.
quite give it a 5 out of 6. Maybe
I give it a 14 out of 10.
taco and a cube of meat
Yes.
out of 4.
What else? Nothing new, I guess. Really.
What have we not covered? I mean,
Oh, we read the rules for the new armored box. It's funny. Apparently, based on what we read, because you can deploy the stupid armored box near your dudes, you would roll to see like before the game essentially what happens.
when you deploy something
Right.
in base contact with it,
yeah.
you roll on this
so
chart.
you could end up just like in your deployment getting a lot of weird things.
There's one of them that lets you resolve. You may resolve. This is the problematic one. I hate to use that word.
Yeah, you may.
So you may use the orbital bombardment. It's like strength 10 AP1 large blast, and it's a limited range of brush. Okay.
Always scattered.
So when does this happen? So when I deploy the crate and then I deploy a guy next to it, do I immediately resolve it? And if I don't, do I still have the option later in the game? None of this is covered. So we don't know when it happened. I could literally be resolving, at least according to the rules, if I'm reading this correctly, I could be resolving a blast attack before he's even put any models on the table. I would just putting it out into nothing.
Better hope you're deploying second.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
So I don't know.
Seemingly, you can also get attacked by aliens while you're deploying your fucking units.
Yeah.
Like, make sure the last thing you put down is.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like as soon as the game goes. You know.
But
That's,
they should have
they should
said
have
that.
They should have said that.
They should have said that
But they
because
didn't.
we have to take them at their word. So
Exactly. So
GW, you know, they're trying. Thanks, Jules.
yeah.
Anyway, 30k all the way.
Yes.
Anything else to add?
This game has actually, and all the painting that I did this week actually really kind of renewed my interest in the hobby, and I think I would like to get another unit done for the next game, but
Terminators!
don't quote me on that. We'll see.
You're liable now. The internet's heard you.
The internet has heard me.
Lord,
Whatever shall I do?
Thanks for watching Cover Slaves, and supposed to ask you to subscribe, but
Yeah,
I mean,
this,
don't feel you
click
have
this
to.
thing.
If you
Click,
want to.
you know, the one that does this, not this one.
So our Patreon is. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Peace.
Safe travels. Don't drink and drive. Unless you want to.
Don't do drugs like well, maybe no, don't do it.
Oh, only the fun ones.
Just the fun ones.
Gods of war, may your hammer be mighty.